You know the what's it called? Wii Balance, Wii Fitness. What's that game? The Wii, Wii Fit, Wii Fit. Yes, they need to bring Wii Fit back with the board for the Switch 2. You know, I think that was they were cooking with that one. That they don't make them like they used to. Maybe they do. They actually do. You know, never mind. I forgot about the Ring Fit, and I do own it, and I should probably use it. It would probably help me. And in any case, you know what has the global and Ring have in common? Round. I hope this is engaging content. We're playing web trivia. We're doing it the way we always do it. One day will be India. Last time it was Afghanistan, and I forgot the existence of Afghanistan, which was kind of embarrassing, considering I always guessed in India to start with these days anyway. 6,000 kilometers. We could be going in any direction. How about Italy? It's my often used jump off point. Maybe is it up? Is it down? The UK. It is adjacent, which is Ireland. Okay, that is indeed. We got there pretty quickly. I'm familiar with the direction that we went in. I mean, we could have really only been in here, in which case I'm very lost, or here, or here maybe. But you know, this is not exact the direct distance, assuming that it's point to point distance, not capital to capital or something more complicated. Anyway, yet again, I'm gonna give a chance to the capital global game. I don't. This is. I'm. You know what? We'll try a little bit of figuring out what's going. Okay, 5,000. Budapest. It's warmer, but not by much. Logically, you want to kind of make big jumps, right? Okay, big jump did not track. What is the capital of Saudi Arabia? Good question. What is the capital of South Africa? I still don't know. I need to look this one up. What is South Africa's capital? South Africa capital city. What is it? Bloemfontein? What? Bro, what am I? What is Google is cooking me? South Africa has 3 capitals: Pretoria, Cape Town, and Bloemfontein. Bro, you couldn't make it a little bit more simple for the people understanding? Okay, it's somewhere in the middle here. What is the capital of Mali? Bamako. It's warmer, and it's very warm here. What is the capital of Togo? Lomé. Lomé is warmer. What is Congo's capital? Kinshasa. That's warmer still. We're very close, and yet we're probably quite far. That's the DRC. What's to the left of this? We're out here learning, okay? We're not out here being. Okay, and then we're back to street betray being so. You know what? I'm just gonna ignore that. That's fine. No problem. Libreville is the capital of Gabon. It is Libreville, the capital of Gabon. We only just learned that Gabon is there. Now we know the capital of Gabon is Libreville. Okay, we're gonna try and at least remember the winning answers each time, so that we can kind of build off of it, and then eventually we'll know the capital and the location of every country in the world. That's the idea. Now it may take 10 years, but you know, that's not really my problem. If anything, that's the solution, because I'm not gonna do it. Did you know? Yes, because you posted about it in the Discord. I mean, you were hallucinating back then. I think that's fair to say. But we've all been there. Okay, Kyrgyzstan. I don't think it is Kyrgyzstan, by the way, but okay. Well, maybe it's Burkina Faso. Not quite. Maybe it's Ethiopia. I don't think that's correct either, but you know. Maybe it's Congo, regular style. This is tricky. Well, I know it's not Egypt. But I have to guess Egypt anyway. What am I doing? This is, I'd be tripping. The Central African Republic. I always forget that that's a thing that exists. He knows. He knew. CAF, Central African Republic. I don't know what they're cooking over there, in fact. There's a lot of countries, and I just simply don't know. Okay, travel though, travel's good. Travel's good because you don't need, there's never really one solution most of the time. That being said, you're giving me Africa again, back to back to back countries in Africa is really exposing my lack of knowledge here. Cameroon to Guinea-Bissau. Where does Ghana fit in all of this? Okay, it does fit. That being said, it's probably not ideal. Mali, probably somewhere, you know, large. Where is the DRC? Is it? Yes, that's below. Okay. Burkina Faso, probably. Okay, that's what we're making we're forging a path, but we're not really forging the right kind of path. Senegal is somewhere over here. The path between Cameroon and Ghana. Okay, I need to think. I know Togo is right here, but Togo is very small. And it's probably quicker to jump from Mali to Cameroon. Mali to Cameroon. What's the other big, like, okay, Nigeria and Niger are probably the large ones. Yes. Okay, and Nigeria. No, Niger, the other one. Yes. Okay, there we go. We made it. A few unnecessary guesses, but we did indeed make it. Okay, Benin is next to Togo. Okay, okay. What else am I thinking of? Angola, Namibia, Mozambique, and Tanzania, Zambia, Malawi. These I don't even. At first time I've seen Malawi, and there's so many damn countries. It's just hard to keep track, man. It's hard to keep track. Forget European countries. You can't expect me to remember African countries as well. I don't even know what oceanic countries. Okay, 3.24 billion in exports. Primarily gold. This is probably also an African country. I know that there's a lot of gold in there, I believe. That's what they got pillaged for. Well, maybe it's Gabon. It's probably not going to be a coastal country. Oh, well, you know what? We were just there. Gabon is here. Maybe it's Cameroon, actually. Maybe it literally is Cameroon. Maybe it's Niger. It's Niger. Would you look at that? The information we just guessed came in very handy. Came in very handy. I mean, I know that they have a lot of gold in African region. That's kind of the whole point, right? Pillaging the natural resources. That's what they did. Well, they meaning the Europeans, subsequent peoples. It'd be what it be, I guess. I mean, I wasn't there. So don't look at me. We got pillaged in India. Happens. Anyway. One day it will be Bangladesh. Is this Portugal? I don't know why the colors are just Portugal, but okay, no, it's the it's Belarus. Yes, it's Belarus. Nigeria has a good economy, I think, but Niger is just a lot of land. As far as I'm aware, but what is this carpet as patterning here, bro? Carpet patterning. Isn't this Lollipop 21K? Shout out to Lollipop 21K. What's he doing these days? Is he on a team? He's on, bro. He's 27. He's washed. He never came into a good team. Rest in peace. I mean, he's still grinding, but yeah, you know. When you're 27 and you get a 1.15 rating, you're never gonna get picked up to a team. You're destined to grind out, unless you're like seized, I guess. But then again, he has experience. If you never got the experience and you're still grinding, and you're 27, it's rough. You need to get you a big break at some point. It's just harder and harder each year. But you know what? That's fine. There's nothing wrong with grinding. And speaking of grinding, Bandle 2003 700 million. This could be within my wheelhouse. It just depends. It just depends. This sounds kind of like Shake It Off, but obviously it can't be. Okay, that clapping right there is very reminiscent. I can bring this in my brain. Hold on. Is this Hey Ya? And that thing probably has like way more. It's Hey Ya! That's like 3 in a row, #1, I think, no? 2 in a row, maybe. We got at least back to back. Straight from nothing. It's I know some music. My stats are being pumped up, bro. Hey, ya. You know? Hey, ya, etc. I mean, come on. Like that it's very, very recognizable. I mean, from this is kind of, the bass is a bit, the backing bass is, the long notes are very good. This like tune, the womp 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 womp, the quicker tune is a bit less recognizable. I'm called Chord Advance. They're pretty decent, to be honest. But the average level sucks, the peak level is pretty high. Not gonna lie. Come on, choir, bring it. Da, da, da. Da, da, da. You know what I mean? Voice cover. That's a terrible clue. I mean, there's no way you could give a good verbal clue to a Hey Ya. You know, this just doesn't make sense. But we're on the roll Bandle-wise. It's like impressive, to be frank. If you let me be frank for a second right there. Alexi B is rapping. Did you hear this? You hear this news? Alexi B is rapping. Pokemon Hurdle. Okay. What is this Game Boy Advance ass tune? What's that place called? I don't know what it's called. Maybe it's like this. I know this. I've listened to this. I don't know what it's called, obviously, but. Yes, I see. Look, I just don't know the names of these songs, but if I recognize them, you know, it goes off. You know what? Let's not pretend. Jumping with mini Pokemon. I don't know what that, even where it is, but I know it's. I knew the genre of the GBA and I knew the tunes. So you know what? Eat me. Connections. Last time we were washed. We did not enjoy ourselves. That's for damn sure. This time will be different. Okay. Minor spelling mistake. Concentrate. It doesn't even fit. They made the word too big. General, sweeping, broad, blanket. These are all like vague and broad. Well, broad's in the word. You know what I mean? Like all the words I would use to describe this, broad and general, are words I would use to describe the general broad words. Okay. Well, they gave us a gimme, so you know what? That's fine. Down, major, cadet. These are kind of like military slash army terms, I guess. Degree. Train. Things related to train. You train concentration. You train station. That's for damn sure. I don't know. Degree. Does it mean extent, temperature, or qualification in educational ways? Which way? All I can think of whenever someone says which way, the stupid fucking Twitter memes. Which way, Western man? You know that shit that people talking about? I mean, I don't know. People ain't talking about it. I mean, people are just kind of. People are doing what they're doing, right? At the end of the day. The entire concept of the meme is just cooked. It is funny though. Yeah, if you can't laugh at the kind of bullshit that goes on Twitter, then you shouldn't be on it, in my opinion. I mean, laugh at it most of the time. Some of the time I see something and it gets to me like a little bit, and then I have to like, close my eyes, open my eyes. Oh, we're back to reality. We're back to the normal world. Mental state at a great moment. Continue in life. Every so often they like, you're walking through with your like invincibility bubble through Twitter. You're like, oh, this is funny. That's terrible. This is funny. That's pretty bad. And you're just going through it. Sometimes something cracks your like invincible shield for a second, and you're there. You feel a bit of the heat come through your like climate controlled mental state, and you're like, it's getting a bit hot in here, and then you patch it up and you move on. You know what I mean? You just have to be like that sometimes. It's okay in that sense. Anyway, this room is too cold. I overcooled it. I mean, literally the room. I'm not even beginning to cook on these connections here. Where does Wolf fit into this? System of a Down. That's like a band. I wouldn't be able to construct the rest of this anyway. Bar, exam, things you need, exams, but qualifications. Minor, that's you can do a minor in yeah. No, one away, huh? Which way? I can't. I'm just gonna end up saying it over and over. Oh, it's not gonna be Heat or Wolf, Station, Concentration, Down, and Hail or Scarps. Maybe it has to be Cadet. Or one away again? I'm lost. Okay. These are locked, so let's shuffle until they're like all next to each other, so that I can kind of focus on this. Okay. Focus on the rest, so we can try and flawless this from one life. That's kind of we play a bit of hard mode here sometimes, not intentionally. I'm just bad at this. Yes, food, wolf, scarf, inhale. Ways to describe consuming food very quickly. You wolf it down, you scarf it down, you can inhale it. Well, what's the other one? Space. Ho 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 ho! We made it. Can't say we didn't make it. Okay, but which way is it? Wolf, scarf, and inhale. And degree, major, minor, and degree. You down like a pint or whatever, right? Yes. I don't know what the concentration part of this is. We got there. And I'm proud of myself. I got most of them. I just don't know what concentration fits into this. Maybe it's like a different term that I'm not used to. The rest of this I all understood. So you know what? They went light on these. Usually I don't get the like word before word afterwards because there's some vague connections that kind of distract me from it. It's like a second layer you have to go into, and knowing that you're thinking about something a little bit more abstract than the meaning of the word or like the letters of the word. It's like, you know, a bit of a before after. But I was like, space heater, space station, space heater is a thing, by the way, in case you didn't know, because without context of knowing what that is, it just doesn't make any sense, right? Anyway, play without an account. We're back. We're doing the crossword this time. I say that as if we don't do it another time. We've always done it. A big one today. Targets. Okay, ads, internet blockers. Big cost for a working parent. There's, I mean, a lot of big costs. Deposit, probably deposit, makes most sense for like a house. Bare hand, I assume this is poor, which means this is correct. This is incorrect, but let's. First full month of spring. April from an American perspective, I assume. Affectionate towards. We would need more letters. I can't just start from S and go all the way. Okay, this is definitely A, which means that this is not deposit. What them good old boys were drinking? Probably rum. I would have, if I had to guess. Country with the renowned ring road. I just need to think of country starting with I. It's not going to be India. We'll figure this one out. PB, lead. Like a career move that doesn't improve salary or title. Lateral, I think. Knock the socks off. British Z. Z. Walk like a duck. Waddle. They make it easier when the words are longer because you just company like Open AI. Washington NBA team. I would have no clue. IPA. Wizards, probably, because they would not name them lizards. Washington Wizards conclusions. Well, this is not ends. Makes more sense. Band assistant. Okay, well, hold on. Let's. This is poor for sure, and this is definitely not rum in that case. Affectionate toward. Sweet on. That seems wrong. And this is Ireland. Okay, it seems actually right because it checks out. Okay. Roadie? That doesn't seem to check out. Day rate? Am I missing something here? I mean, obviously, which one of these is wrong? Because all these are words, and they don't. I think they all make sense in some way. Wow. Okay, I think we've got this bottom part down pat. We don't need to question it. This one I have questions on. This one, the big day rate doesn't make sense. Are you drinking a rye? How does that work? What is rye? Like, okay, ads and poor, an island, and lateral probably because everything else is so correct. It makes sense. Toady can't be right. Brother, I know. Okay, let's delete the ones we don't know about necessarily. Island, lateral, we don't know this. Daycare. Iceland, island and Iceland, you know what? I don't know what the ring road is, so we could have gotten that one wrong either way. But a roadie is correct. I've heard of the term at least. Daycare. Well, it's only a big cost if you're in a shit country, I guess. Or, you know, it probably is a big cost here as well. I was notoriously blessed enough to not have to go to daycare, although it's kind of a up or down, you know. It's not a great or not so great. I get the advantages, disadvantages to both. I do consider myself relatively blessed that I was mostly raised at home and without daycare. You know, I think that helped my education because my parents were very educated and thus passed it down to me instead of, you know, hanging out with other kids. Although that maybe that comes at a different cost. You know, it's like is it some sort of meditative mentality to be like, it's not good or bad, it just is. Maybe it just is. Who knows? In any case, let's be a bit more judgmental and critical. Let's talk about food. And by talk about, I mean guess food by doing food guesser. Now, this is a cake? Is it cheesecake? Or is it something else? Is that like butter or is that a cream? It looks kind of like more solid. Graham cracker, custard, meringue. They have ingredients. Okay, it is. I have to assume the United Kingdom made it. No? With Mounties. Okay, well then the United States made it. It's Canada. A flapper pie. A classic Canadian dessert. I have never heard of it, and I remain to never hear of it again, I think. Would be the correct way to live life. This looks very Asian. But they don't really have the spices. Duck confit makes me think it's like France. Ingredients to help you, man. They help you. Traditional French dish originally from the Gascony region. A hearty and warming soup. One could say it's heartwarming. Made with vegetables, meat, and sometimes beans. Rustic and comforting appeal. Can't say I would really want to. I would never be like at home chilling and be like, I want to have this. That's just me. Like, I get it if that's the cuisine you're used to. You know, me personally, I like something that's got some you know, I hate to say some flavor because this has a different kind of flavor, and you know, to each their own. I wouldn't refuse it if I was, you know, visiting some place. Well, they served it to me. I mean, I'm sure it's nowadays. I'm sure they make it better than what this looks like. This looks like I had to be honest. This looks like absolute ass. Like, no offense to the country and cuisine of the entirety of France. Like, I'm sure it tastes better than it looks, but it just looks kind of very mid. You know, and at the end of the day, that's fine. That's okay. It's no big deal. Anyway, next one. Okay, fish paste, egg, soy sauce. This is an Asian country. Which Asian country is it? Earliest guess, China. Maybe Vietnam. Yes. Oh well, I mean every country apart from China apparently. Originated in Japan. It's fried fish cake. I've eaten this. It's good. It's kind of just like food. There's not much to say about it, you know. It's just like a side dish, basically. Gastronomical genius. We're above average on this one because I got France in one shot. I think that saved me. One could say it saved me. In fact, this next game in they don't let you replay the current game. They should let you do it. I mean, besides the point, but you know what I mean. Maybe you don't, and that's okay. That's great. Fan puzzle. First an evolution line ho and poke doku. What's one? Have we done all the starters? I was about to type Turtwig. That ain't right. I heard you like mud kips. This is gonna be very common, but we're trying to fill out our Pokedex. You could say it that way. Still Beldum. But there we go. Oh, in middle evolution. I guess pretty much anything really. Marsh Stomp. I like a bit of thematic. And we knocked out a whole evolutionary line here. You know, it forces us to evolve a bit. You know what? We can literally do this. Like, we can knock out entire evolutionary lines in this. It's very satisfying to have like an ABC like order. This has to be one of the easiest possible puzzles though. The average has to be so damn high, because if you have one of these, you know the others. You know what I mean? As soon as you only really need to get 3 categories correct. As soon as you get 1 correct, unless you get a 2-stage evolution by accident, you can just fill in the blanks. You know what I mean? Like, for example, you type Ho and first an evolution line. You type literally any star and you're like, oh yeah, that evolves and that evolves. You know, you type a stew type. Now there's kind of a dearth of 3-stage stew types. I think there's 2 that I can think of: the Clang line and this line. But I mean, come on, we knocked a bunch of Pokemon into the Pokedex today, and that's just great. I mean, there's no problem. You can eat your own blood. It's in you already. If you got sick from your own blood, I think there'll be a problem, right? This is no medical advice. Don't you literally lick your wounds like humans do that? Okay, it is a 2nd stage grass primary from an earlier generation. But a Dartrix. It is green. What is Rillaboom's Thwacky? This guy. Thwacky. I got it. Grookey. The bandage is soaked. Okay, maybe you should see medical attention. You should seek aid. This is electric, but upside down. This is Claydol. It's a clay figurine. It's Claydol. This is Donphan. Okay, we one-shot literally everything pretty much. Okay, it'll stay as winning for me. It's just so simple. It's just perfect. It's the perfect dough. I know it all so well. Okay, this is a little. You've cooked me a little bit more. Brave Bird, water type. Swan, I believe, would learn it. Normal type, all of them. Oh no, I forgot. This guy is a useless Pokemon. Pidgeotto. Mega Pidgeot. A neutral to electric. Kilowattrol. My go-to, Stoutland. No one ever picks him, bro. He's forgotten. A water grass type. Lombre. He's a low-tide hombre. So true. Tailo. I almost picked Swallow, as if that makes any sense. Swallow. He's a swell swallow, and that's for damn sure. Ludicolo. 58.1 perfect. So easy. So true, in fact. Costco. Been a while since I've been there. Okay, you gotta stop doing some confusing ass dips, man. Because everything bagel, smoked salmon, dip, and spread, that actually sounds kind of tasty, I can't lie. A salmon spread with seasoning. With like generic seasoning, that's just kind of tastiness. Basically like advanced salt. This would go crazy on this would definitely go crazy on a bagel. I can imagine. You wake up first thing in the morning, a bit of smoked salmon on a well-toasted bagel. I've never eaten a bagel in my life, by the way. I just kind of imagine that's how it is, because like, I don't know, I don't buy the bagel. We buy other kinds of bread. Croissants I've eaten quite frequently. This would go decent on a croissant, but I think you would want a more neutral. The sweetness of a croissant would I would prefer the natural umami slash saltiness that goes on with the smoked salmon, and this probably go better. Anyway, 24 ounce, it's like 600 grams. It's probably pretty cheap. $13.99 maybe? Way cheaper, huh? $7.99? $3.99? $4.99. It's $5. Okay, this is like, they have to be putting something in this. How much salmon is in this? I have to ask, huh? How much? You make me ask the tough questions, but this is five American dollars. Australian dollars are pitiful. $5 for this much dip? Smoked salmon? How much? What have you cut this with? You know what I mean? Is there sawdust in this? Is this sawdust again? Should have known. Should have known, bro. Should have known. But I would still buy it and eat it, by the way, because I mean, I like Nutella, so like, what do you want me to do about it? Although I do prefer the better, like, deeper flavored hazelnut, like actual hazelnut chocolate dips, but they're so small and so expensive. Okay, there's an 8 and a plus and a minus, but the equal sign is here. How about 41? Oh, 41 plus. Well, that don't work really, because we have a single digit outcome, but we have a plus and a minus. So we need a 2-digit number in here somewhere. Is it going to be in the plus or is it going to be in the minus? It's probably going to be in the plus because it's going to be a 1. Okay, but 4 plus 15. Well, that doesn't work. How about 4 plus 10 minus 5 was 9, minus 6 equals 8. Okay, can we do this in 3? The 1 is not here, it's not here, the minus is not here, the minus can't be here, the minus has to be here. The 1 is not here or here. It is probably here, if I had to guess, because then we're subtracting like a single, let's say, double-digit number from 2 single-digit numbers to sum up. How about a 5 plus 9? That makes 14. That maybe an 8 plus 9, 17. Maybe 8 plus 8 minus 11. This is kind of a stupid guess, but it actually works. It's correct. You know what? My intuition sometimes never fails me on this. Sometimes never fails me. Just it's a modality sentence. Just makes no sense. But you know what? We always cook on the noodle, and this is no exception. That's for damn sure. What the hell? Chessware isn't reset yet, so we can't do it. Oh well. Spell check. Surely you've reset, my beloved.
Vinegar. A noun meaning a sour liquid.
Don't never really like salt and vinegar chips. They're kind of, well, you can only tolerate like 5 before you start burning the inside of your mouth. But they are decent for those 5 chips, you know. I'll always take one if you're offering, or one only.
Solitude. A noun meaning the
Me in my room.
Congeniality. A noun meaning friend.
Great set of movies, that one. Sandra Bullock, if I recall.
Religious. A adjective meaning relating. Cheddar. A noun.
Ooh, cheddar's very nice. Shaved block of cheddar cheese these days. Well aged.
Illustrious. A adjective meaning notably or. Feckless. A adjective meaning weak.
I just know this word.
Mortgage. A noun meaning an act of mooring. Moorage. A noun meaning an
Moorage.
oscillation. A noun meaning the action or state of
Oscillating.
novice. A noun
Mia spelling apparently. Okay, we're 10 for 10. Don't give me the hard balls you threw at me last time.
sebaceous. A adjective meaning
No, it's EOUS.
agnolotti. A noun meaning pasta in the form of semicircular case.
Double T for the Italians out there.
Culminate. A verb meaning
Please tell me the rest of the. Do you give me a really hard one? Because I feel bad about messing up an easy one.
guarnerius. A noun meaning a violin made by one of the Italian Guarneri family in the 17th and 18th. Cyprus. A noun meaning
Okay,
any of
two kind of hard. What? Cyprus is not the place? Cypress. Okay, I would never have gotten Cypress. I don't know. What is Cypress? Guarnerius. I was close. It's Edie's EOU, of course. Cypress. Definition. It's a tree. Scale like leaves. Okay. I'd say I'm a tree guy, can I? Doesn't quite make sense. Is this FTL faster than light? No. Mega Minis Volume 2. This looks so like PS Vita, PS4, huh? Original platform. What is this? I've never heard of this game. I skipped through. I was like, I just don't recognize it. There's no point in entertaining the theory of a game that I just don't recognize. Never heard of it. Literally. So many forgotten games out there, man. This should be like a playing forgotten games type thing. Well, they do that, right? Playing the Zero Steam games. It's fairly common. Medieval 2. What about Dragon Quest? I think they would do a Dragon Quest in honor of the passing of one of the the author of Dragon Ball, also well known for being well influential in many forms of media. I don't think I never played or watched directly his creations, but you know, influenced Pokemon, he influenced all sorts of modern tropes. So you know, you have to pay your respects to just the creation. You know what I mean? Probably that one because I see Journey over there. I might watch Dragon Ball one day. It's just kind of daunting to start at this point. You know what I mean? It's like the same with Dragon Ball, Naruto, One Piece. All of these are they're good, but I'm just not there. This is definitely a Dragon Ball game because it's. I mean, thematically, I just understand that it would be. Plus, that design screams Dragon Ball. This guy right here. Dragon Ball Fighter Z. Of course. Roma. Maybe it's another Dragon Quest game. How about Persona 5 Royal? Time travel. Vent crawling. A JRPG with vent crawling. No clue. Protagonist death? Bro, you spoiling the game for me? Chrono Trigger. Oh yes, he did he made this one, didn't he? I forgot about that one. I actually, to this day, I've not played Chrono Trigger or any of those. You know. Like, I have respect for classics in the way that, you know, I respect what they've done to the medium, and some of these games are still playable to this day. Chrono Trigger probably is one of those games which is playable to this day, you know what I mean? But I'm not going to play the original Pokemon Red because I like the game. You know, Fire Red you can still play and it's still a good game. Like it holds up. You're not gonna be like, oh, this is too dated. Red, no, there's no point. You know what I mean? Only for like pure nostalgia. Older than 2004. Newer than 2005. Not released on any of these platforms. Well, that makes it a bit difficult, doesn't it? I don't know the age range of any of these games, to be honest with you. But Namco. Before Bandai? I've gotten no clues, to be honest with you. It's a side view. I believe these are all like in honor of, but I just don't know it. Soul Calibur 2. This I've never heard of. You have to be honest with yourself. Okay, I think I want to fit in one more doll, but I don't know what to add. How about Daily Dozen trivia? For once, I'll do the Daily Dozen because I don't know anything about any sports or celebrities. But the rest, maybe I can get. NFL. Sure. NBA. These are alien words. No one's name starts with BA. Cavaliers. U Darvish. The Washington Nationals. Geography. Exactly 8 states and the closest state, Kentucky. Oklahoma. I don't know. Is this Jennifer Lawrence versus I don't know. I don't know celebrities, me personally, and I don't know who the guy back here is. It's what's for breakfast. Honey roasted Cheerios. No? Okay. Well, I don't know. Maybe we can get a 9 for 9 failure on this. I have literally no clue. Okay, I know this one because of the Twitter clips of him saying racial slurs. They're pretty funny clips, to be fair. I don't know the name of this movie, so I think it's okay to admit it. Eagles, maybe. Nope, I'm good. I got literally all of these wrong. Can I view correct answers, please? Okay, these are not gonna mean anything to me. It's Tennessee. I guess that's like up to the right-ish, right? Kristen Wiig and Adrian Grenier. I never heard of any of these people. Honey Bunches of Oats. Never heard of it. They don't sell it down here. Danny DeVito. If I had guessed a meme answer, I would have actually gotten it right there. Black KK Klansman. You know what? That's kind of on the nose. So you know what? We could have guessed that one. Heart. Never heard of it. Okay. I don't know it though. I've never heard of any of these answers actually. This is 9 for 9. Never heard of. I want to do one more trivia. Just to pad it, you know. How about Metazua? We haven't done that one. You don't usually do it. So we may as well add it just for once, since we have a dearth of content. Okay, it's an animal. A boy that helps. Kettle. Okay, it has it's a puffish. I don't know where we're going with it necessarily. It is a bony fish. Tuna. I believe tuna has bones. If I had to guess. Okay, they are in fact Percomophicae, which is a ray-finned fish. So it's not a ray-finned fish. Goldfish. They do have rays, no? Goldfish have rays? Okay, goldfish are not even... These are teleos. So it is a fish of some kind. Maybe swordfish? How's that sound? What type of fish is swordfish? It's another Percomophicae. That doesn't really help me. Yeah, this is a large kind of fish. We don't want to guess tuna, seahorses, or any of these. How about the anglerfish? Does that fit in? Okay. Well, I think we need a hint because these fish, there's too many different kinds of fish. We kind of need to narrow it down a little bit. Marine and fresh water. Maybe sardines are not in here? Trout, maybe. Let's try guessing trout. Okay, we're in the right realm. We're in the very, very good realm. Okay. Salmon. It's salmon. Okay. Well, that's nice. That's nice. It's Atlantic salmon specifically, of which I'm sure they make a lot of different kinds, but we got salmon at the end of the day. With one guess, we need to narrow it down. There's a lot of different kinds of fish. I could have guessed 20 kinds of fish and not gotten the right answer without a hint. I think it's a fair game. Fair game to play anyway. That's the web trivia. If you enjoy the web trivia, be sure to subscribe to our interaction helps the algorithm. We're gonna continue doing this most streams just because, you know, because it resets every day, it keeps it being fresh. And yeah, enjoy.